Hey everybody, welcome to DadsDen of Pop Culture and Mighty Thor Monday. We have reached the Mighty Thor number 351. From January of 1985, we have left 1984 behind. What a great year in so many ways. Our story today is Ragnarok and Roll 2, art and story by Walter Simonson, lettering John Workman Jr., colors Christy Shield, editing Mark Grunwald, editor-in-chief Jim Shooter. We join the battle in Manhattan. Thor, Beta Ray Bill fighting back to back against these impossible odds. And of course, they know that Surtur has now made his way into Asgard. And we see Thor musing about this. His father is all alone, aged as he is and past his prime. I fear he will be no match for the Lord of Muspelheim. Hey, that actually kind of rhymes. So he tells Bill, you're in charge. You are my co-commander. You're now in charge of the armies. Sif, the Warriors 3, they will help you. He has to get to Asgard. He's going to be needed there. So for whom he disappears, they're now in charge. We see the Avengers and the Fantastic Four also helping and fighting. And Reed Richards notices that the demons are constructing something on the top of the building here. And basically, it's sort of this, well, they actually refer to it as a doom tube. I think we know what they're referring to, really. But it's meant to port these demons in even greater numbers. So obviously, they're going to have to do something about that. That's not going to work out for the good guys. And Bill's like, well, yeah, we got to destroy it, but how can we do it? We're being overwhelmed already. Who can we spare? What are we going to do about this? He's figuring out that this might be his last battle, much like this woman had with that grape. Meanwhile, Balder, Karnilla, in Asgard, basically, in the land of the Norns, she has said, I will send my armies to help, but only if you swear yourself to me for all time. And he just kind of breaks out laughing. Oh, Karnilla, will you never tire of such games? The very universe teeters on the brink of disaster, and yet you pretend that once again, 'tis time to try to collar Balder as though he were a lapdog. Fie, I am no games player that I should match my life against the lives of billions, nor are you. Now, this is a good bit here. Be thou the woman that you are, not the spoiled child that you pretend, the woman I know you to be. The Balder before you is no longer the god you once knew. And he kisses her. Seems to be a little surprise there in the eye. But you shall know me, madam. Indeed, you shall. All right, he's acquiesced. So meanwhile, back at the battle, Beta Ray Bill still worrying. This demon comes up from behind, is going to kill him. Blam, blam. It is Roger Willis. He's back in the game, saves his life. Now, also, he's kind of like Thor. You almost got, wait, what the heck? So, you must be Beta Ray Bill. Tells him who he is. And he says, listen, I got something important to tell you. He's going to tell him about the casket of ancient winters, and he thinks he knows a way to maybe shut this weather off. So they converse with Reed Richards. Reed Richards just happens to have some new flying ship that he was working on that should get them there in no time. So he calls in Johnny Storm, who basically can't do anything against these demons because they're fire creatures. He doesn't hurt them. So Johnny's going to pilot him to England so that they can deal with the casket of ancient winters. Back to the battle. Beta Ray Bill. Blam. Kerwham. Whoop, 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 whoop. What's that? That's a helicopter, folks. Who's coming in? The 82nd Airborne. Reinforcements from Fort Bragg have arrived. We get the classic Budda, Budda, Budda of machine gun fire in comic books. Gotta love that. But they pour out, they set up a line, and they start fighting. And the guy in charge seeks out Vision because he's the leader of the Avengers. And they let him know, well, this army's being led by Beta Ray Bill, including the Avengers. So Beta Ray Bill has a plan. He thinks he has something that's going to work here. So what is the plan? What is he going to do? He calls in the commander, Hurricane, of the Einherjar, and says, look, here's what you're going to do. You and your forces are going to storm that building where that doom tube is. You're going to hit that line, And then you're going to break and you're going to flee to pull the demons away from, what they're guarding. And Hurricane is like, we never flee. We don't do that. And here's a great little guest appearance. See, this is where Simonson's, wrapping all this stuff that he's set, all the things that he's created, wrapping it all up here, putting it all together. We see the guy, Eilif, the last man to enter Valhalla with Thor's aid when they were fighting the dragon. He's like, dude, I know I'm the last one in, but I'm telling you right now, this dude's been put in charge by Lord Odin himself. He's been put in charge by Thor. We're going to obey his commands. Period. And Tyr speaks up as well. So say we all, Hurricane. 'Tis no time to debate leadership. Yeah, Tyr's the god of war. He's all about this kind of stuff. So they got this plan that they think will take this thing out and stop the demons from being gated in. Apparently, they've set up a sort of command base in the Sahara Desert. And from there, they're porting these demons all over the place. There's machines like this all over the world. So this is a whole worldwide attack that's going on. You got to figure all the different superheroes are probably involved on one level or another at this point. Thor arrives in Asgard to see one lone man, Heimdall, guarding the bridge against Surtur. And Heimdall goes into battle here, while Surtur is just calling for Odin. He doesn't care. So he attacks, does a little bit of damage, but then boom, he gets taken out. And then Surtur makes a master stroke. And this is something that's going to be carried forward, through Thor, through the Marvel Universe. He shatters the Rainbow Bridge so that no more help can arrive. And we see Heimdall there kind of falling off of the edge. Whoa. Well, Thor is heading that way, but he's too far away. Can't do anything about it right away. Meanwhile, Frigga and the children traversing through this area. I mean, that kind of looks like Loki's place, and the kids are going, Frigga, was there really danger, or was Odin just telling us that? You say, if Odin says there's danger, then there's danger. So everybody stick together, and then they come upon a troll. This bridge mine, you pass only with forfeit. I take one youngling for dinner, or I kill you all. Trolls can be that way. That's just how they are. And so how's that going to play out? We'll see next issue. In New York, what do we see? Is it like a ticker tape parade? No. Sif realizes. It's filled with shards of color. What are they? Don't you see it? It's from the bridge. The Rainbow Bridge has been broken. Something terrible is happening in Asgard. Thor and Odin may even now be dying, and I am not there. But by the goddess-born powers of space and time I possess, I shall be. And as she's getting ready to port herself to Asgard, Beta Ray Bill grabs her wrist. No. He ain't having it. Bill, you shall not go. Is this how you keep your pledge? Nothing shall separate us. And so basically he gives her that line. She's really PO'd. Look at this. Uses her sword. She takes out a fire hydrant and she says, Odin's blood. And this is the kind of epic stuff that you read this book for. Then let me sit no longer idly by while the noblest gods of all pour out their heart's blood. Sif, Hurricane, warriors of Valhalla, heed my call. The demon's infernal machinery above the city beckons. Shall we live forever? Rise up, you great hearts. Draw your weapons. And dude, you're going to get some nice art on this next page. Boom. Look at that. And follow me into hell. So she is going to lead the charge. She's all racked up with this energy and anger. She wants to do something about it. So here's Heimdall falling from the edge of the Rainbow Bridge. Thor manages to catch him. He worries. He worries that he might be dead, but finds that no, he is okay. Let him lie, Thor. He was no match for me. Perhaps you shall prove more diverting. So Thor's going to go in single-handedly against Surtur, and he strikes this massive blow, and it actually hurts. Curse you, Odinson. Never have I felt such pain since I slew your father's brothers. Then I shall strike 1,000-fold more strongly until thy lips cry, hold, enough. So we get that's the kind of Kirby splendor that we got that founded this book. And Simonson's really good at pulling that stuff off as well. So lots of throoms, lots of whaps, lots of, what is that? Thwarcombe? So they're battling. Thor's trying to use his speed against Surtur, but Surtur hits him on that one. And what do we get from Thor? Ow. If you make Thor say ow, that means it hurt. So he hits the ground really hard. And he realizes, this dude's too strong. He's too strong. What am I going to do? So he uses the utmost of his power. Though you are the oldest of all who live, there are newer powers in the world that even the oldest should beware of. Now let my hammer burn with the might of 1,000 suns, energy enough to destroy even the demon of the flame, as I whirl Mjolnir faster than the speed of thought, till the very air around it ignites in blazing fury. Have at you, Surtur. And so he hurls Mjolnir. Like, dude, this is the shot. It can't fail. Oh, crap, it failed. It banks off of the sword. But I wield the unsheathed sword, Twilight, forged in the heart of the burning galaxy, and no mere hammer, however enchanted, can dull its edge or break through its guard. A pity you do not carry such a sword. And basically, he just steps on and smashes Thor. Thor has fallen. And now the eternal flame is within my grasp after all these millennia. And he ain't talking about the Bangles song. And as he approaches the gates of Asgard, they burst forward. And there is revealed his most hated enemy, Odin, Lord of Asgard. And here we get it, man. Look. Well, that's just good stuff. That is just good stuff. Back, creature of evil. Valiantly hath my son fought the good fight. Long shall it be remembered in song and story. And though I could have aided him, I bided my time that you might expend such energy as you would to defeat him, and thereby weaken thyself. Now, for my son Thor, for my brothers Vili and Ve, I stand between you and the eternal flame of Asgard, and thou shalt pay for every drop of blood shed in thy hideous cause. Next, Ragnarok and ruin. So, we've been building up to this for a long time. I mean, we're in the middle of it, but we're seeing the return of different characters that have been in the books leading up to this. We got Eilif, we got Roger Willis is back, and they're playing important parts in this thing. They're not just, look, it's a member berry. It's not that kind of stuff. They're playing their part in this. We get epic battle scenes. We get epic heroism, which is what we wanted in a book like this. That's what Thor is meant to be in so many ways. And boy, does this deliver. So we still got more to go before we end this fight with Surtur. Who wins, who loses, who lives, who dies. Stick with me and you'll find out. Or you could probably go to Wikipedia right now, or you can go somewhere else and find out. But I'd prefer if you stuck with me so we can enjoy these together. Mighty Thor Monday, Thor number 351, January 1985. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think of the overall fight, of the overall storyline, of the way Walt Simonson crafts his stories, all the threads coming together and building something amazing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, maybe subscribe, maybe share with a friend. But until next time, God bless everybody. Please be kind to one another. Have a little bit of fun out there. And I will hopefully see you again soon in Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.